All right, there we go. Hey, how we doing? We got about 25 minutes before the draft starts. We gotta hop in here a little bit early. Who we got in here? Who's my first guy? Sorry, I'm grabbing a few things. Oh, NFL draft night. Merry Christmas. Let me go off camera for this real quick. All right. How are we doing tonight? What teams you guys fans of? Who are we looking for in the draft tonight? All right, let's see. A lot of talk tonight about some trades going on. Texans and the Browns already traded, but some late round stuff. Let's see. Need to get my notes. All right, Chargers at 22. If anybody's wants to talk about their team, go ahead and pop that in the chat. We can talk about whatever tonight. It's draft night. I'm just glad to be here. We got 22 minutes to go. Let me get my draft order set up right here. I'll do that on my phone. Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? I'm just writing down my draft order real quick. Excited. We got 22 minutes till the draft. Very excited for this one. Lots of interesting stuff is going to happen tonight, that's for sure. just like every year, but this year especially feels like it's going to get a little wonky. So we'll see, man. I'm really interested to see, um, really interested to see it if the Pats end up going Will Campbell at 4. I feel like every mock draft has Will Campbell to the Pats at 4. So if they go a different direction, it could shake things up quite a bit. Um, Blake Harrison and Chandler's been a massive help this offseason. I'll appreciate the guy. Definitely, man. Hey, I'm glad someone else found it useful as well. Yeah, I mean, just it's been fun. I never thought that it was going to get like this. I just started kind of making some videos in my free time, and then here we are now. So yeah, I couldn't ask for anything better, honestly. Um, and definitely excited to see kind of if I get a little uptick in views and things and engagement. Just for now that the draft is here now. Definitely. Sorry, I'm just writing a couple things down here real quick. But yeah, definitely really appreciate you guys, all the support that the channel's gotten. I've said it a million times now. I did not expect this. Um, so hey, I'm super excited. We'll see. I don't know if I'll be on for the whole draft tonight because the draft is a long event. I don't know if people are gonna be hanging out for that long, but as long as you guys are hanging out, I'll stick around and we can hang out and just talk some football, talk some draft. It's like my favorite time of the year. It really does feel like Christmas, honestly. Vikings. Sweet. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my mock draft and just go through. I mean, of course, like kind of the aim is to, what I think is gonna happen, but there's also a little bit of blend of like what I would do in there. That's for sure. Um, but yeah, just going through my mock draft real quick because we got 18 minutes. So I'll go ahead and fill some of this time. Got here a little bit early for the draft. But yeah, number one overall, I got Cam Ward. That seems to be the case. I'd be very surprised. I think everybody would be very surprised if drafting anywhere different at this point. Number two, the Browns taking Travis Hunter. Best player in the draft. Um, I mean, plays both ways. I said yesterday on the live stream that I'm a little bit worried about his size, um, more so like his frame. Like he's just got a very lean frame. Um, but yeah, I mean, we'll see how he holds up in the NFL. There's also apparently been some talk about maybe the Browns trading out of two, so it'll be interesting to see if that comes through. And I would think that's going to have to be a pretty significant trade package. So hey, I mean, we'll see. Number three, Abdul Carter going to the Giants. Um, Giants need some edge help. It's also just a good chance to take best player available, which the Giants need. The Giants roster is all over the place right now. Um, only thing, one of the few things I regret about this mock draft is that I wish I would have had them trading back into the first to go grab. I think Jackson Dart. I wouldn't be surprised if Dable thinks he can take a swing at Milrow and kind of fix him up, but it seems like the Giants, everyone in that building is on the hot seat. So I mean, they kind of got to figure it out. So I think whatever they think gives them the best chance to compete this year, gives some hope this year. I mean, their jobs are depending on it. So whoever they think gives them the best chance now, I think is who they'll take, and that's why I think it'll be Dart. Um, Yeah, Pats at 4 with Will Campbell. I mean, the things can get really weird right there because if they don't go Will Campbell, like I said earlier, like, um, I mean, like if the Pats don't take Will Campbell, then things get weird in a hurry. Because like every mock draft ever has the Pats taking Will Campbell right now. And then 5, there's been some trade talk right there. Thoughts on Carter falling to 20? Abdul Carter? I don't think so. To 20 to the Broncos. Yeah, I don't think so. I think we'd have to have some Laramie Tunsil type stuff coming out tonight. And even then, I don't think he'd fall all the way to 20. Um, yeah, no, I don't think so. You a Broncos fan, old day? um, yeah, and then the Jags at 5. We'll see. We'll see if they end up being the ones picking there. I had some buddies text me earlier that apparently the lines with Vegas moved, where it might be that it was that Gentsy's the favorite to go at pick number 5, but he's also the favorite to go to the Bears. So I mean, we'll see if there's a little trade day action going on there. Um, yeah, for sure. And then 6 to the Raiders, I had Kelvin Banks. Could also be Membu from Mizzou, but I have him taking Banks. Um, and then with the Jets, with the next pick taking Membu, they could really kind of add a very solid piece of that offensive line, and I think their offensive line is looking in pretty good shape after that. 8, Jalen Walker. That's not where I would take Jalen Walker. It's not what I would do if I was the Panthers either. I think it's too high for Walker, and I don't really think that he's the best player the Panthers could take. But there's a lot of smoke around like that, so hey, if that was bait, then I took it. So yeah, Jalen Walker to the Panthers at 8. At 9, I had the Saints taking Tet. Um, yeah, I mean, best receiver in the draft. Don't overthink it. There's a lot of overthinking happening with Tet right now, and I hope that it works. And hey, I mean, maybe he falls all the way to 22 with the Chargers. I saw a couple mocks like that. I don't think that's realistic, but hey, I would be thrilled if he fell that far and they took him. 10, Tyler Warren to the Bears. Give Caleb Williams another easy button target. Like Warren having a. I know that they signed Komet. If I'm the Bears and I just signed Komet, that does not at all stop me from signing Tyler Warren or drafting Tyler Warren. Not at all. Not in the slightest. 11, Walter Nolan. The 49ers love to go for these kind of gap penetrating defensive line, and they're addicted to them. Yeah, so I feel good about Nolan going to the Niners. Matthew Golden to the Cowboys. That's a bit rich for me, but I don't know if Jerry Jones can withstand the opportunity to take a Texas wide receiver, draft him there to Dallas. Yeah, I'm just not sure if he can resist that. I don't think it's a good move. It's not the move I would make taking him that early. I do like Golden a lot, but yeah, no, that's rich for me. Um, then we got Mason Graham from Michigan going to the Bears. Or sorry, going to the Dolphins. Dolphins need some D line help. They definitely been missing Christian Wilkins. Dolphins can go to a few different places, and there are also some people that seem like they want to trade down. So I wouldn't be surprised if Loveland makes it that far down, or if somehow Warren makes it that far down. I would not be surprised if the Dolphins ended up going with a tight end there, or if they end up trading back and someone else trades up for a tight end to get in front of the Colts. What do you think about Darian Porter? I watched very little of Darian Porter, um, so I mean, I at this point I don't have too much to say. I definitely want to get a video out on him, but from what I did see, I mean, I liked him. I watched those Iowa State games mostly on offense, but I mean, there were a couple times where he stood out on defense for sure. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him be a second round pick. But yeah, depending on how the injuries go with the other corners, that I could see there being a little bit of a slide because I mean there's some real good corners up there at the top. Yeah, would love video him. Yeah, his video is coming for sure. He is one. I almost went ahead and did an extra corner video to fit him in and Max Hairston, but yeah, I didn't get around to it before the draft. I said this last night though. I definitely plan on getting like at least double the amount of videos for ready for next year's draft. I started this in January, so I'll have a much bigger head start now, depending on kind of what content you guys want in the fall. Um, Might do like some rookie updates kind of stuff, just little rookie tracker, see how they're doing week to week, make some videos on that. But yeah, we'll see. Definitely. Yeah, in my mock draft, I had the Dolphins taking Mason Graham there at 13, and then 14 the Colts taking Jihad Campbell. There's a lot of smoke there. I could definitely also see them taking Loveland. I know some people think Loveland is rich that high, um, but I mean Dane Brugler, who I definitely trust his draft analysis, and then Daniel Jeremiah as well. Um, both of those guys really good at what they do. Both of them have Colson Loveland as a top 10 player in this draft. So that would not be very surprising to me if that was where if he ended up going higher, specifically to the Bears. Um, Apparently they're thinking about taking Loveland up there all the way at 10. Um, Yeah, 14 Colts with Jihad Campbell. 15 got the Falcons taking Mike Green. I could also see that being James Pierce Jr. I think they need edge help though. I think if one of the more like pass rushing defensive tackles, like if Walter Nolan were to fall, I would not be surprised for the Falcons to pull the trigger on Walter Nolan. I think they'll be missing Grady Jarrett for sure. He brought quite a presence there to the middle, even though he's getting older now. I think he'll be successful out there in Chicago. Up next, I have the Cardinals taking Jade Barron. Some people have him as CB1. He's not that for me, but he is a really good corner. I don't think he's limited to the slot, but I think if he is in the slot, he'll be really good in the slot. He blitz is decent. He's good cover corner, but he's a pretty sure tackler for the most part. So I mean, that's something that you got to be if you're in the slot. In my mock draft, I had the Rams trading up to 17, taking Colson Loveland there. That was a trade with the Bengals. And yeah, I think that if Loveland has any kind of fall, I think the Rams are going to try and get up and um, go and get him. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go check something. I know the Texans and the Browns already had a trade. I'm just trying to keep my eyes out for some other stuff as well. Give me just a second here. Apparently, Pete Carroll is saying some stuff on Twitter about the draft. Pete Carroll tweeted out 2 hours ago, "Draft clues on the way." I don't know about that. All right, a lot of smoke about Gene T. It looks like. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what these hints are coming coming from Pete Carroll. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know why he'd go and do that on Twitter. I wonder if this is a fake account. Nope, that's his account. I don't know. You guys go check out what Pete Carroll's doing on Twitter. He's up to some shenanigans right now. All right, I see. Hopefully it gets a little more busy in here closer to draft time. But what teams are you guys rooting for? Who are you guys paying attention to the most in the draft? Who are you guys' teams? Personally, for the Chargers, I could see them if one of the tight ends falls. I think they could go there for sure. Um, I think they could go defensive tackle. I think they could go corner. But most likely, what I think in order for me of what I think is the most likely, I think it is defensive tackle, wide receiver, interior offensive line, probably either Booker or Zabel. It better be Booker or Zabel if they take interior offensive line. Um, so defensive tackle, receiver, interior offensive line for the Chargers, and then tight end because this tight end class is pretty deep, pretty good tight end class. I would say. Um, I would also be surprised. I see. I know a lot of us probably use the PFF mock draft simulator, which I do like. It's got a couple things I would improve for sure, including their rankings. But I think they got Haronde Gadsden out of Syracuse. I think they got him way too low. He should be quite a bit higher on there. I constantly see him available in like the sixth or seventh. I'd be pretty surprised if that ended up being the case for him. I'll keep going, recapping my mock draft though. Um, I have the Seahawks taking Grey Zabel at 18. They need offensive line pretty bad. I don't know if they go that way. In round one, they've definitely got options. They could use a receiver. Um, now that JSN's kind of the lead over there and DK is out, I think that'd be a good move for them. But they need the offensive line in a bad way. And then the Bucks, I had them taking Ezeraku. There's not really anything specific that brought me to Ezeraku specifically, but I could see them going edge. If Jihad Campbell falls down there, I could definitely see him going there. If Jalen Walker falls down there, I could see that happening as well. I don't think that's it. It sounds like Jalen Walker's going way high, higher than I would take him, but we'll see. Um, yeah, and then Broncos, I got taking Ibuka. Steelers, Malachi Starks. It sounds like possibly there's some trade rumors about Minka Fitzpatrick. We'll see if that comes to fruition or not. Um, then I got my Chargers taking Kenneth Grant. Really good defensive tackle out there out of Michigan. Um, the Packers taking Shamar Stewart. I think if Jalen Walker were to fall to the Packers, they just like taking kind of weird defensive guys like that. Hey, appreciate you, Adrian. Thank you for that. Glad you like them. They'll definitely keep coming. Got a lot more videos to make, that's for sure. But yeah, Packers like taking like kind of I don't know, I guess like tweener defensive guys that D tackle, edge, linebacker, whatever. So Jalen Walker kind of fits that perfectly. They also seem to like taking like kind of raw guys. Um, and yeah, so I have Shamar Stewart going there. The Vikings, I have them taking Nick Emenwari, the safety out of South Carolina. Good safety, athletically, crazy, really talented safety. And for him to be there with Harrison Smith while Harrison Smith's kind of getting towards the end of his career, I can see that going well for the Vikings. Texans, I got taking Tyler Booker. Texans have added some pieces to the offensive line for sure. I don't know if they feel like those pieces are good enough, so we'll see tonight. I think they definitely add some offensive line help at some points in the draft. I don't know if it'll be as early as the first round, but yeah, we'll see. And then I had the Bengals with that trade with the Rams. The Bengals pick I had, or sorry, the Texans were supposed to be Josh Connerly at tackle for them, and the Bengals were supposed to be Tyler Booker. Um, yeah, got to protect Joe Burrow, but I mean, they need some help on defense too. So we'll see kind of how that ends up going. Um, Ravens, I have James Pierce Jr. going to out of Tennessee. Ravens are very best player available. James Pierce, I believe I had as my third edge rusher in this class, third rank. So I think they'd be happy to get him there. But it also wouldn't surprise me if Emin Wari falls there, if Starks falls down there. I can see them taking them. Will Johnson, one of the corners like Trey Amos, something like that. I wouldn't be surprised for them to go DB either. Had the Lions taking Michael Williams. It seems like they need another edge going across from Aiden Hutchinson. I think that helps out their defense a lot. Michael Williams is a little bit raw, but he'd have a lot that he can learn from Aiden Hutchinson. He's got all the tools, that's for sure. But yeah, definitely would like to see some more production, some more finesse out of him. I have the Commanders taking Will Johnson. Commanders use another corner. Um, now, I mean, Will Johnson's a good one. It just depends on his health. If he was healthy, then yeah, I mean, I could see. I didn't like his physicality from this year, but I think part of that could be trying to avoid injury or avoid worsening injuries. Um, so, like, if he was healthy, I wouldn't be surprised if he had, at least in terms of just being a corner. I would be surprised if he was kind of 1A, 1B right there with Travis Hunter. Um, Same thing goes for Benjamin Morrison too. Um, but yeah, that hip injury just scares me. So we'll see where he ends up going. The Bills, I have taken Trey Amos. They swung and missed on their last SEC corner with I'm gonna forget his name now, but the guy from Florida that does not like to tackle. They just traded him or cut him or something, but yeah, did not work out. Hopefully, it works out for them this time. Trey Amos, I think, is a good physical corner. He's got the length, he's got the speed, recovery speed. Yeah, good in coverage. I like Trey Amos a lot more than most. Um, I got the Chiefs taking Josh Simmons from Ohio State. There's a chance Josh Simmons goes higher than that. There's a chance he goes lower than that. It all just kind of depends. Um, it depends on how teams have his health going. And then on my mock draft to cap things off, I had the Saints giving up one of their thirds um, to trade up with the Eagles, trade back into the first round, and then have take Jalen Milrow there. Kellen Moore being the OC there. I mean, he's a former quarterback. He can coach the quarterback position pretty well. There's some easy, lazy parallels to make between Milrow and Jalen Hurts. Um, so I mean, you can embrace those if you want to, but I think Kellen Moore, if Derek Carr is coming back and is able to play for some of this season, then having Milrow sit behind him and kind of learn from him. So Milrow needs to sit. He cannot come in and start day one. That would be a disaster. But yeah, I could see the Saints kind of making a friendly offense for him. And then if you guys remember, I had Tet up there at 9, so nice easy button target for Milrow, especially with Milrow's inaccuracy. Um, a target like Ted McMillan would be perfect for him. Just someone that has an insane catch radius, can go up and get some of those inaccurate throws. Um, yeah, we'll see. But it is now 7 o'clock my time, 8 Eastern. We'll see how many more ads the NFL gives us for the draft, how long it actually takes before we get that first pick in, and then kind of see where things go from there. Because it there's a lot of smoke right now that maybe the Browns are trading back, but we'll see. It's tough to know what's smoke and what's got any kind of real thing to it. Blinks, love the videos, man. Thanks for doing the hard work for bombs like me. Hey, I hear you, man. It's I appreciate it. I appreciate all your guys' support. Seriously, yeah, it means the world to me. I did not think that I'd be here doing all this with YouTube and stuff, and kind of the way the channel's growing. Hopefully, after tonight, we get some more guys coming in here and talking and stuff. Um, just coming to the channel, watching the videos. The videos will definitely keep coming. Um, had some copyright issues, some annoying stuff with the two Georgia edge rushers today. That was annoying, like I said. But got Jalen Walker's video out. His is up. Go and check that out. He's definitely talented. I have him more. I said this last night. I have him more as an off-ball linebacker than I do as an edge rusher. But I mean, he can definitely bring some heat from the edge too. So as far as like a blitzing linebacker, I haven't watched the other backers yet outside of Jalen Walker, but I'd be surprised if any of them blitz as well as Jalen Walker does, and he's a great QB spy as well. So I mean, if you're someone like in the AFC North trying to contain Lamar, someone like Jalen Walker kind of goes a long way towards doing something like that. But here we go. All right, draft is starting up here. Kind of. Clock's about to start, but we know it takes a while between all the picks. But I said this earlier. We got a few more people in here now, but I said this earlier. I don't know how long I'll be on here. Kind of as long as people are in here chatting and stuff. If it's just gonna be me talking to myself the whole time, I'll probably just hop off here and go watch the draft with some of my friends. But yeah, I mean, as long as people are in here hanging out, then I'll be here too. The NFL draft is definitely a holiday for me. I know it is for a lot of you guys too. So thank you guys for being here, and yeah, looking forward to enjoying tonight and just kind of seeing where it takes us because it's gonna get weird. All right, let me see if I can get two tabs going up next to each other here. All right, they're showing the Titans logo yet, or they are showing it now. About time. We're already running a few minutes late. Typical. Always look forward to the Roger Goodell boo though, so really can't wait for that, and then especially can't wait to start getting some of these picks in. So let's see. Appreciate the channel. Yeah, hey, definitely, man. Appreciate the comment. Yeah, thanks. Um, appreciate it. Super glad people like the content. Yeah, I don't really get sick of doing it. So I mean, I need a break every now and then just because Trying to tape it gets pretty repetitive and that kind of stuff. Adding the circles to the players now that I'm doing that. Um, but yeah, just glad you guys like it. I'll definitely keep doing it. We'll get some more videos after the draft, that's for sure. And now we got Roger Goodell coming out on a bike, so that's fun. Bunch of other people coming out too. This is interesting. Roger Goodell is so annoying. If we just took him out of the draft would be better. I like when he comes out and everybody boos him, but other than that, like I don't know. I don't really need him being the one giving the picks or anything. All right, here we go. I also hate that he cheers on his own boos now. Like I get you kind of got to lean into it, but continue any work you do. Save the searching cutting. Oh yeah, former and current players. Oh yeah, yeah. It's definitely been nice having some other players. Former players come and make some picks. I know Melvin Gordon's making the day two picks for the Chargers. That was an interesting choice. But yeah, I mean, anything to shake it up a little bit. But yeah, the worst part of the draft is this first part where it's just like 15 minutes of nothing, like just straight filler. Like just all right, let's get it going already. I want to watch the damn draft. Don't know. Carolina. Yeah, yeah, I agree. This draft is exciting. This one, I mean, it feels like it's going to be all over the place. I think there are going to be some shocker picks tonight for sure, more than usual. All right, we got Clay Matthews out there, Jordy, Mason Crosby. All right, Mon Green, James Jones, and Lil Wayne. I did not realize Lil Wayne was a Packers fan. Is he not from New Orleans? I swear he's from New Orleans. Uh oh. Oof. Tough luck for Bears fans. If you guys aren't watching or didn't hear that, Clay Matthews just went up and said that he had a message from Donald Trump, and he goes up and reads the note cards and says the Bears still suck. That was the message from Donald Trump. That's wild. I don't know if I would have pulled that move. I'm kind of surprised that Goodell let that go on. All right, here we go. Tennessee's on the clock. Cam Ward. This is a hot take that my friend um, that he came up with, or he sent it to me. I don't know if he came up with himself, but he said whoever has the first pick in the draft should have like 10 seconds to make that pick, because I mean they've been doing this for like 3 months now. They've had time to come and make this pick. Like let's just get it over with already. There's no reason for this pick to be 10 minutes. I totally agree with him. Like let's get this thing going. if Shador doesn't go top 10, like if he doesn't go to the Saints, um, or like I heard Jeremiah say earlier, if he falls all the way to 21 and the Steelers do not take Shador, he said I don't really have a place to fit him anymore. Like he's gonna be in the second round. Um, so yeah, I mean it's definitely possible. I didn't watch him. I watched Travis Hunter's tape. I saw a lot of unimpressive things from Shador there. Um, but yeah, I don't know, man. Shador is an interesting one. Dexter, who's your team? Lions. All right. Since they went 0-16. All right. So we got a true Lions fan in here. Yeah, I've been rooting for you guys, man. I want the Lions to do well. Um, yeah. I mean, I've been rooting them for them for a while. Hey, you're good, Adrian. You have a good night, man. Take care. We'll catch you next time. See you on some of the next videos here. You have a good one. But yeah, Dexter. Yeah, the Lions, they had it tough there for a long time, so I'm glad that they've got it figured out now. I was one of the people that did not believe in Campbell when he first got there. But yeah, I mean he really has turned it around. And I'm excited to see what Ben Johnson does with the Bears. I know some people are skeptical and that kind of stuff, but I think it's exciting. But yeah, Lions, they're looking like a contender that's kind of here to stay for a little bit, and especially if Hendon Hooker turns out to be something, um, or or if they end up getting another quarterback at some point, then yeah, I mean then the Lions are here to stay. They've got a really good core. And yeah, Hutchinson being back does change a lot because he was having an insane season last year. It was brutal to see that injury. I mean, the injury itself was brutal. Like that's a tough injury, but also just like the way it happened. He's halfway through a sack, swings into his own guy. Just leg on leg, shatters. Um, Brutal injury, but also just with the season that he was having and like how much he means to Detroit. Yeah, that was tough. I'm excited to see him get back to it this year for sure. Yeah, definitely. I would not have been surprised at all if Dion if Dion ended up going to Dallas or maybe even in the future because I don't think this current coach is going to be there very long for Dallas if I had to guess. Um, but yeah, I mean former players as coaches definitely the Chargers well their linebacker coach or their linebacker coach is Navarro Bowman. Um, and yeah, I mean former players coming up as coaches is definitely getting more and more popular and it should. You know, not every player is going to be a good coach. I don't need to see AB out there with the headset on. um, but yeah, I mean, a lot of players make really good coaches. Um, I'm excited to see, especially now that I'm out here in Alabama. I'm excited to see if Rivers ever takes a step up. I know he's coaching high school right now, and he's coaching his son, and his son, like by far, has the most passing yards over the past 2 years or something like that for high school football for the whole state. So yeah, I'm excited to see what Phil does for coaching in the future. I hope he keeps taking it up and keeps coaching some more, and we'll see kind of what his son ends up being as well. All right, here's the first pick. Hey, what's up, Martinian? All right, Cam Ward, come on. Yep. All right. Now let's see if the draft gets weird. I think that's really the only pick that everybody feels like certain is going to happen. Like I feel like there's still a chance that the Browns go Abdul Carter. Pairing him with Garrett would be, I mean, just a pass rushing dream. Um, they could go Travis Hunter. They could trade out. We'll see, man. Oh, from Sweden, pretty lonely. Your fan there. Hey, I might be joining you out there. I've got some friends trying to convince me out there in Europe, trying to convince me to go out there to London or Ireland or something. Um, yeah, if I ever find my way out there where I'm living there or just visiting, I'll definitely give you a shout. We can go watch, catch some Chargers games together. But that's cool. Yeah, glad you're watching from so far away, man. That's awesome. Uh, yeah, glad you like the channel, and I'm glad football is going starting to go international. Definitely not nearly as big as soccer or or rugby even. Um, but yeah, it's getting there. It's on its way. I don't know if this is a hot take either because I feel like the last few like draft hats haven't been that great. I like the draft hats this year with the little pins and everything. And that, yeah, that's a cool one for the Titans with them having that guitar on there. Yeah, it's always interesting. After they get off the phone call, it's interesting to me that the first person they go talk to is Goodell, and he's always whispering something in their ear. So I'm like, what do you got to say to these guys? Like, as far as I know, Goodell's never played football or anything. Like, I don't really know his history, but if Goodell came up to me and started coming and trying to say like some motivational type stuff to me in my ear, things, I'd be like, dude, get away from me. I'm not here for you. Totally agree, man. Uh, Football versus American football. Yeah, it for me too. I'm a sucker for contact sports. Rugby. I played rugby in college. I love rugby. Um, Most fun sport I've ever played. But yeah, um, yeah, soccer for me, not it. I like contact sports. I'm a bit of a caveman like that. Basketball, like it gets physical enough. Oh, Jags just traded up to two. All right, here we go. Oh, I wonder, are they going Travis here? If they traded up for Genty, that's gonna be wild. They're talking about Travis. Let's go see what the Jags gave up. All right, Jacksonville sent the number 5 pick, their second round. Oh damn! All right, number 5 pick this year, second round pick this year, fourth round pick this year, and next year's first. So that's what Cleveland got, and then Jacksonville got the number 2 pick. They swapped fourth round picks, so Jacksonville got Cleveland's fourth round pick and a sixth round pick. So interesting. All right, so we're already getting into it with it kind of weird. So it's got to be Travis Hunter. I feel like it is going to be the pick here. It could be, man. It really depends on kind of how they plan to use him. I would guess it would be for a receiver, just with all the all the talk that's been going on with Liam Cohen trying to get the offense going and everything. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. Either way, I do think I don't think he plays full time both ways. I don't think that at all. Maybe in like a few years, especially if he like bulks up and stuff without losing speed and those things. But um, yeah, I don't see him playing both ways anytime soon. I think they'll pick a side and then he'll play some snaps or like some special packages, that kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, they're all talking about Travis Hunter right now, so I think it's got to be Travis Hunter. Giants on the clock. All right. Yeah, if this is not Travis Hunter, I'll be confused. But that's all they're talking about, so usually that kind of tips it off. All right, keeping track of things over here. So Titans took Cam Ward. Browns traded with the Jags. Seems like it's gonna be Travis Hunter. I'm gonna wait till I write his name down just in case, but I mean that's that's where I would go. I do like Travis as a wide receiver. I think he's a better corner. Not at all that he's a bad wide receiver. I think that he's a great wide receiver as well. He is really truly unique in that way. I just worry about his frame and his build. Like he's very lean, so I worry about injuries. Like if he's taking big hits, I think they got to be careful with that. Like having him run routes over the middle or anything like that. Because yeah, I mean it takes one bad one for a guy his size to get set back pretty far. Um, but yeah, I do like him as a receiver overall to answer the question. All right, here we go. All right, Walter Payton Man of the Year. I haven't been keeping track of this at all, so we'll see who it is. Give me 1 second. I'll answer that. I want to see who Walter Payton Man of the Year is. Damn, my bad. I should have just answered your question. This is taking so long. I should have known better. They drag all this stuff out. Damn, now I think I missed it because I was talking. He's talking about the trade for the pick. All right, here we go. All right, Travis Hunter the Jags. All right, Giants are up now. We'll see. See what's going on there. All right, Travis Hunter, Jacksonville. All right, I don't know. Was Sean Jackson ever injured? Devonta Smith, some wide receivers can make it work. They definitely can make it work. Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all. But I would say that that is more uncommon than common. It does take a special talent, which Travis Hunter is. So I mean, I'm not like worried. I'm not saying don't play him at receiver. He can't play receiver. I'm just saying that's something that worries me some. I think it's just something to take into account, and it's definitely why I would not have him playing both ways. Um, for sure. But yeah, I mean, you're right. Other guys have done it, and I mean, just someone with his skill set, his talent, I do think that he can do it as well. Um, just not both ways. I think he can play a little bit of whatever his primary position is not. Um, but yeah. Also, I gotta say, I like the pink jacket from Travis here, and he seems thrilled. All right. Well, I felt like others mocking Ashton and the Jags were off because of their depth already. Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, I know that there were a lot of rumors that they're trying to shop ETN over in the offseason, which makes sense either way because it is a deep running back class. So I still wouldn't be surprised for them to go running back like somewhere else. But I mean, I guess now that they've traded and the assets they gave up, it's a little tougher to take a running back early. Like I don't think they would send their. I think now they're down to their third round pick is their next pick. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's tough now that you have less resources to take a third round running back now that they got less picks. Um, but yeah, I mean, shoot, we'll see. Yeah, what Browns go running back now with the fifth pick? I mean, they still got Chubb. And who else is back there? Ford. They got Ford as well. Ford did a good job filling in, I thought. As long as they're still both there, yeah. Um, yeah. So I mean, I don't think that they would go running back here. But you never know. I didn't hear a single rumor about the Jags trading up to two and taking Hunter. So, I mean, anything can happen, of course. Yeah, we'll see. I still wouldn't be surprised if Genty went to New England either. I don't think that they'll do that, but I mean, they certainly could. It's it's tough to say. This is gonna be a good draft. Yeah, I don't want the Raiders getting Genty either. But also, I would kind of part of me is like, yeah, not overspend on a running back because he is really good, but like their team is not at a point where I think that Genty would reach his ceiling because I mean they got some issues with the O line and Gino. We'll see if Gino can keep being Gino or not. Receiver. I mean they got tight ends. The tight end room is great, maybe the best tight end room in the league, um, but yeah, I mean I don't if they got an O line going and then took Genty, yeah, I mean I'd be concerned about that more for sure. All right, the Giants are sticking and picking. We'll see who that is. If I'm a GM, I'm resisting every urge I have to draft a running back in the first round. Excited to see how many first round wide receivers running back go. Yeah, I agree. It depends on where the run on running backs go. Because yeah, I mean like in DJ's last mock, he had the Chargers taking Travion Henderson up at 22. I'm not a huge fan of that. There are running backs to be had. I think build the trenches first. If you have a good offensive line, you can have an average running back look really good behind that. But I mean, if you've got a terrible offensive line, then a great running back is going to look average. I mean, that's what we saw with Saquon in New York with their offensive line. Like that's why they ended up leaving. And then you see him go to the best offensive line in the league, and I mean, he's breaking records. Like I say set the other pieces first. It's much harder to find good offensive linemen than it is good running backs. Even though Genty is a special prospect, that's for sure. Yeah, Swift. I don't know, man. I was a fan of Swift. I still am a fan of Swift, but I don't know. It seems like he just underperforms a lot. I feel like he should be doing more, and every year he's not doing more. So um, yeah, all right. Giants pick is in. Patriots are on the clock. So we'll see about that. Would love Scatterbo to Chargers in the later rounds. Yeah, I would love Scatterbo too. I mean, I don't. I have seen him mocked a lot in like the third and fourth rounds. Um, Not from PFF. PFF has him going in like the 50s every time. A lot of the time before the Chargers even pick. The second round is rich for me, but like the third round and especially the fourth round, if he makes it that far, then yeah, give me Scatabo all day, or Scattaboo. Yeah, I really like him as a runner, very aggressive runner. Um, yeah, yeah, I'd be a fan of that. Here we go with the Giants. Got to be Carter, right? Yep. All right. So the Giants take Abdul Carter. All right. So the top three is what we thought the top three would be. Just one different team mixed in there with the Jags trading up. Now we got the Patriots. This is where things get interesting. Um, Great O line is facts that the Chargers' new motto. So you're on already. Yeah, exactly. That's how the Lions built it too. Like the Lions. A lot of people were giving them a hard time when when they took Gibbs that high, which again I don't think anybody saw that coming. But I mean, again, like they had the pieces in place with the rest of the team to go ahead and go do that. Yeah, so I mean, like that paid off. Now, um, who was it? Jack Campbell was the linebacker that they took. That one I'm still a little bit iffy on. Like he seems like a decent linebacker, but I don't know. He I was surprised that pick that high. I wouldn't have taken him that high, even now. Um, but I mean, he's turned out fine, and he's still developing and stuff. But yeah, I mean, Gibbs, I think we can say pretty confidently that pick was a hit. But yeah, definitely got to get O line first. But yeah, Morthenian, if the Chargers take Scattaboo, one of the first things I'm probably gonna be doing is going and order me a Scattaboo jersey. I'm a big fan of him, big a fan of his style. He unfortunately also screams like Raiders vibes to me. Like I could definitely see him being someone that the Raiders target. Um, I mean, I hope that doesn't happen. I would hate to see that. I hate when when rivals take players that I Um, like Xavier Worthy, I liked as well. Um, but uh, but yeah, I mean, when they go to rivals, it just sucks. But Scattaboo, he looks and feels like a Raider, honestly. But I pray that that is not what happens. All right, Abdul Carter to the Giants. I don't think, and I was talking there for a little bit too long. I don't know if they've said if the pick is in for the Patriots or not. When your O line is set, you can afford to throw some picks around. Give might have set teams to get a running back. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Once the O line is in place, and same thing with the defensive line. I mean, defense works a little bit differently in that kind of regard, but offensively, like um, the I think my opinion is the offensive line is your floor. Like if you have a terrible offensive line, then your offense, no matter what other pieces you have, your offense is going to look pretty rough. And same thing if you have like a great offensive line, even if you don't have that many pieces around, like it's still going to look like an NFL offense. And yeah, that's the tough thing with the Chargers. They're kind of in between there because I mean, McConkey's good. He's a good pick. I'm a fan of him. But the interior, I mean, they've got I would say like the second or third best tackle duo in the league, maybe behind the Eagles, maybe behind the Lions. Um, but the interior of the offensive line, big question mark, and that really showed in that playoff loss to the Texans. So overall, it'd be boring, but I would totally understand if the Chargers went offensive line with the 22nd pick. It wouldn't surprise me, especially with that Greg Roman, Jim Harbaugh style offense, ground and pound and stuff. Like Booker is able there. I'm not counting that out as a possibility at all. All right, pick is in for the Pats. That took a while. All right, I'm really intrigued to see what goes on here with the Pats. Their pick is in, so they are picking right here. The Browns are on the clock now. Let me write that down on my little notepad right here. Yeah, hey again, I appreciate you guys being here. Happy to talk drafts as long as you guys want, but obviously the draft's a very long thing. Uh, Morthinian, I don't know if you're planning on staying up all night. I know it's got to be 2 in the morning for you right now. So I mean, if once the Chargers pick, if you're ready to clock out of here, I totally get it. If you're here to stay, then hey, I'll be hanging out too. But yeah, I mean, I'm here as long as you guys want to be here. Um, I should have written down like how many views I had on certain videos. I wonder if like Abdul Carter's and Travis Hunters are blowing up right now. I hope so. We'll see. It'd be good for the channel. But I'm happy with where we're at already. Um, yeah, channel's already, like I said, way bigger than I thought it'd ever be. I don't know how long. Bit on, bit off. Got a small child. Oh yeah, I hear that, man. I mean, I do not have a child, so I do not hear that in that kind of way. Um, yeah, but yeah, I what I do have is an 18-year-old dog that is liable to, on some nights, need to get up and go outside at 2 3 times during the night, and having some health issues and that kind of stuff too. So not exactly the same as a young child, but there's a couple similarities there between having like a toddler running around or infant, and having an 18-year-old dog. I'm sure. Um, but yeah, no, I hear you. I don't blame you at all if you gotta get off here at some point. Who are you hoping for, Morthinian? I hope I'm saying that name right. I'm probably butchering it. Yeah, I want to know where T Mac goes to. It's interesting. A couple weeks ago there were mock drafts having him fall down in the 20s. I'll take that all day. Let the Chargers go and get him. But yeah, I don't think that he makes it that far. I imagine he's top 10, if not like right outside of the top 10. But I would be very surprised if it's much longer than that. All right, the Browns are picking, so the Browns pick is in. Um, all right, Patriots pick coming up right now. Let's see. All right, they did take Will Campbell. All right, interesting. That's what everyone had. That's how it ended up going. Yeah, I mean, BPA could be Mason Graham. I mean, that could be a very fun pick down there. Um, they got Njoku. I don't know if they're looking at tight end. Um, could be offensive line. Uh, I mean, shoot, it could be Tet. It could be Jinty. I don't think it'd be Jinty, but it definitely can be. Um, but yeah, Campbell's a good pick. You know, at his worst, he'll be a very good guard. Um, and you know, I think that I think he looked pretty good at tackle from what I saw. So I don't have too many concerns. But also, I didn't do a deep dive into offensive line this year. Um, that suit is not a very good looking suit for Will Campbell. All right, Browns. What are we doing? Yeah, in terms of best player available, let me look at the board here. I mean, I really like the idea of pairing Graham with Miles Garrett. Um, let me see who else we're looking at here. Genty, Ted, like I said, Walter Nolan, in terms of like a gap penetrator. Um, I don't think that they would go Warren or corner or anything like that. I think it's got to be um, Genty, Graham, McMillan, or Nolan. That's my guess. Um, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. For today, I had 5 Graham, 6 Genty, 7 Membo, 8 Walker, um, 9 Sanders, 10 Banks. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's fair. Um, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it still kind of ends up looking something like that. Um, if it was me, all right, Browns pick is in. If it was me and I was the Browns, I'm probably going, um, yeah, Graham here. I think. I mean, pairing someone on the interior like that. First of all, building in the trenches is the way to go. Like that. That's how you set up a good foundation. They just got good draft capital. I like that draft for them. I get losing out on Travis Hunter, but they don't have an answer at quarterback right now, and that tells me that they're looking to get ammo for next year's quarterback draft. You know, where we got a few more guys coming out. And so yeah, I mean we'll see. But I imagine if I had to guess right now, the Browns will be picking in the top five again. It could be number one. It's just the Browns way. Um, but yeah, I mean we'll see kind of how the rest of this goes. But yeah, I mean I don't remember what their offensive line is looking like. So it could be O line here. Um, but if I had to guess, it's Graham. Um, yeah, I think they just said the Raiders pick is in. All right, here comes the Browns pick. It was Mason Graham. Yeah, not Slither, not Slither. Yep, yeah, I do not want GT going to the damn Raiders. But yeah, Mason Graham to the Browns. I like it. That's what I would have did. Um, yeah, so I mean, I like that pairing him on the same D line as Miles Garrett. I like that a lot. I mean, yeah, it's a good team building process that the Browns are in right now, which we're not used to seeing that. But again, I said this yesterday. I'll keep saying this. The Browns deserve everything they get after trading for Deshaun Watson in the middle of that whole thing with him. Um, Dude can't keep it in his pants. And then also what they gave up to get him, and then giving him that contract. They deserve everything that they get. Just for that move alone, I kind of hope the Browns get 10 more years of darkness. But in terms of right here tonight, I like what they're doing, trading back and then still getting Mason Graham. Yeah, great pick for them. I like what's going on in Cleveland right now, outside of the Deshaun Watson situation. I mean, how many guys you see tear their Achilles on the field and the home stadium is cheering, like, brutal. Yeah, I like that pick for Mason Graham. I gotta get Mason Graham's video out. Alright, I think that they said that the Raiders pick is in too. Um, so we'll see. I mean, feels like Genty if I had to guess. Um, but I sure hope it is, and I hope that they go O-line. Yeah, I'm feeling it too, man. I don't like it. I don't want I don't want him to be a Raider. But also for the Raiders, I would say bad process. So if they do end up going that way, I'll at least have some solace in that. Raiders could go anywhere, I guess. Running back would be bad team building. Yeah, I don't think that their roster is set enough to get a running back either. They need tackle in a pretty bad way. Um, and but yeah, I mean like something especially with Pete Carroll tweeting out earlier, whatever he was tweeting out, like it I feel like he's not going to be going all crazy and saying wild stuff on Twitter for an offensive tackle, and I mean, Pete Carroll loves to run the ball as well, have a strong run game. So I mean, all around this feels like Genty, but oh, I hope it is not. I don't think I'm able to play the video on the stream. I think I'll get got for copyright. Um, yeah, but good to see you, Mile High Scout. All right, Raiders pick is officially in. Raiders are sticking and picking. Feels like Genty. I hope it's not. They're talking about Genty. Oh, here we go. Here comes the pick. It's gonna be Genty. Damn it! Yes, they did take Genty. Ah, shoot! I don't like that at all. All right, well, Ashton Genty, you're dead to me. Yeah, disgusting. Disgusting is right. Jet snag T Max setup feels ball in New York. Maybe. I mean, they've got Wilson out there, so I mean they've got wide receiver one. Um, I mean it'd be good for them to have an X, but I think they can find that later. Um, so I mean we'll see. Uh, or O line, yeah, I agree. I think O line is the way to go if I'm them right there. But yeah, I mean we will see. But I agree. I think O line is the good process for them there. If I had to guess, I'd say Membo. But I mean, it's interesting that this draft, like outside of the Jags and Browns trade, like this is going kind of exactly how a lot of the mocks had it. Cam Ward one, Travis Hunter at two, even though it's to a different team. Abdul Carter at three, Will Campbell at four, Mason Graham at five, but to the Browns, and then six with the Raiders at Genty. So now seven. I wonder if it kind of keeps going that route, and if this is going to be Membo. Um, so we'll see. Maybe this will be Membo, and then maybe the next pick will be Jalen Walker for the Panthers. But we'll see. It still definitely could be Warren. Um, it wouldn't shock me if it was Loveland. Wouldn't shock me if it was Tet. I don't know. I don't know what the Panthers are going to be doing. But yeah, if I had to guess, it's going to be Membo here at seven, and they kind of finish building their offensive line. If I remember right, I think they've got the other pieces set. So I mean, if they get Membo, then they're in pretty good shape on the offensive line, which I think is really important. Um, and then yeah, keep going from there. I gotta go text my buddy that Membo's a Raider or that Gentry's a Raider. Well, at least my first picks is correct. Yeah, hey, there you go. Um, yeah, not bad. I think I had Genty at five and Banks at six. Yeah, I had Ward, Hunter, Carter, Campbell. Then I had Genty at five to the Jags, and then Kelvin Banks at six to the Raiders. Then Membo to the Jets. So we'll see. I mean, maybe I can still get this one right with Membo here. Um, and I also got to guess Mile High Scout. I don't know if you're still in here. If I had to guess, I think the Broncos are going Amari and Hampton. Um, I don't know that for sure, but I don't know. It's just the vibes I'm picking up on is Hampton. I know that he's gotten a lot of steam there lately, but at least right now I'm buying it. I'm still waiting for that one pick that just kind of throws everything out of whack. Um, we'll see. The Panthers have the opportunity to do it. I don't know if they will do it, but they've definitely got the opportunity to. They got to watch the Shaq Icy Hot commercial first, though. Tune in from Germany. Hey, yeah, you take care. Thanks for stopping in here. Plenty of luck to your Lions. Rooting for them. We'll see. We'll see where they end up going tonight. Um, but yeah, hey, you go have a good one, and you take care, man. We'll catch you later. Thanks for being here. All right, here's the Jets pick. All right, Membu to the Jets. All right, top tight end still on the board. All right, got that one right. Let's see about if Jalen Walker to the Panthers is real smoke or not. God, I hate the Raiders. 7-7. There you go. Hey, nice stuff. Yeah, I'm excited to see where things get weird. All right, Panthers, Saints, Bears, Niners up next. All right, Panthers pick is in. I don't know if this is Jalen Walker. It could be an offensive piece as well. There's been a lot of smoke about Jalen Walker being the pick. But I mean, like getting someone like Tet or like Warren. Think pick nine is what. Yeah, yeah, I could definitely see that. Saints always draft weird. I remember them trading up for what's his name, Marcus Davenport. Um, yeah, yeah, the Saints like to get nice and weird for it. Morthidian, you're 7 for 7. Who do you have the Panthers taking at 8? Walker. I had Walker too. Um, yeah, I feel like it's Walker, Warren, or Tet. Like it's got to be one of those three. I lean towards Walker, but I mean like Bryce Young needs weapons. Who they got out there? Leggett. Who else do the Panthers have a receiver? I don't know. They gave that ridiculous contract to a tight end a few years ago. I think that was Ian Thomas. Um, yeah, I remember when they like reset the tight end market for Ian Thomas. Haven't heard his name since then. So that kind of tells you how that went. Um, yeah, the Panthers are a weird franchise. Yeah, I uh, I remember. I think maybe they were playing the Falcons. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. They had tickets selling for like $3 to their games. Like, oh, that's just brutal, man. Um, yeah, tough look for them. But yeah, hopefully they turn it around here. This seems high for Walker for me. I honestly really didn't love putting him here at 8 to the Panthers. Like he screams Green Bay Packers to me. Walker does. Or if they let him fall, like he seems like someone that that the Eagles would scoop up in a hurry. Um, yeah, I mean he screams Packers to me. But I mean like he's gotten a lot of smoke about going to the Panthers, but um, I mean like the Panthers need a lot of help all around. If I was them, I'd go Warren or maybe Tet here, because I mean, like you got to get Bryce Young um, some more weapons. I think I saw who the next pick is. If it's correct, we're wrong. Oh, okay, all right, good to know. Yeah, don't tip it off. I appreciate you not sharing it yet. Um, yeah, I try to like go back and I checked it with the Cam Ward pick just to see, um, but like PFF, if you go into PFF's thing, it'll tell you the pick early, which I think is annoying. Like I wish that it wouldn't do that. But yeah, so I make a habit of not checking that. So I just go look at their big board instead of going into a mock draft because it'll tell you there. Um, but interesting, if you saw who it is and we're wrong, it's got to be Warren or Tet. If we're wrong, if it's not Walker, I mean, I don't think that they would go someone else on defense. I think it's got to be someone uh, on offense for them. Um, so I mean, my guess, if we're wrong, if it's not Walker, my guess is Tet, but I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be the case or not. But it could be Warren. I don't know. Like I see him so easily in that Panthers uniform, with the hair and everything. It just kind of gives that Greg Olson vibe. So I mean, I could see them going that route. But yeah, I don't know. I could see Warren, Tet. I don't think they'd go anyone else on defense. Let me look at the big board. Um, I mean, maybe like one of the edge rushers if that's what they're looking for, but that doesn't. Uh, PFF's big board. Tet is the next player, next ranked player. Walter Nolan. I don't think that they would take someone like Walter Nolan, but I mean, it would be fun to have him lining up next to um, Derek Brown. Hopefully, Derek Brown gets back from his injury, does all right. Um, but yeah, all right, here we go. We don't got to wait too much longer. All right, Panthers. Who we got? Oh, it was Tet. Okay, interesting. All right, I did not see that coming. Now we got New Orleans. Here we go. This could be Shador land. Um, I don't think that it would be. I wouldn't necessarily predict that. Um, I had them taking Tet in my mock. I don't know what their O line is looking like. Um, yeah, let me pull up this big board real quick. Okay. Cam Ware's gone. Travis Hunter's gone. Abdul Carter. Will Campbell to the Patriots. Mason Graham to the Browns. Genty to the Raiders. Membu to the Jets. McMillan to the Panthers. So who's the next best available? Walter Nolan. I don't know if they would go DT. Nolan is there. Starks is there. Mike Green. If they go edge, I would think it'd be Michael Williams. He kind of seems up their alley in terms of being like just a big, long, raw edge rusher. They seem to like that kind of stuff. But it also, I mean, it could be different now that they got Kellen Moore, got an offensive minded head coach in there. Um, so I mean, we'll see. I wish I had a better answer than that. I don't know what their O line looks like. I don't know if that would be something that they would consider. Yeah, I like that pick for the Panthers. Brings some excitement to their offense. Gives Bryce Young that easy button that I talk about with young quarterbacks. Like just give him someone, just throw up the ball, and this guy's probably going to come down and catch it. Tet fits that. Yeah, Kellen could want to go QB right away. I don't like Shador that much, from what I saw of him. So I I mean, obviously, Kellen Moore knows more about that position than I do. Um, so yeah, I mean that makes it interesting. But yeah, but I do like Tet, uh, and I like Tet to the Panthers. Yeah, almost 3,500 receiving yards in his college career. That's pretty damn good. Yeah, unfortunately, as much as I hate Genty and the Raider, I mean, unfortunately and fortunately at the same time, Genty to the Raiders is my least favorite pick at this point. Because I really like Genty and I really hate the Raiders, so I hate that he went there. But also, I think that's bad process for the Raiders. Other than that, all these other picks, you know, Ward to the Titans, that makes sense, and I like it. Good process. Hunter to the Jags, I like that as well. Go get the best player in the draft. Giants drafting pass rusher, best pass rusher in the draft class with Carter. I like that pick. Will Campbell getting a left tackle. Worst case left guard, protect your young quarterback. That's the right pick to make there, in my opinion. Browns taking Mason Graham. Pair that with Miles Garrett. And just have like a forcer in the middle. I like that pick. Genty is a good player. He's one of the best players in this draft for sure. Top 5 player in this draft. But um, with the state of the Raiders roster, Um, I don't like that pick there, and also I hate the Raiders. So, screw them for taking my favorite guy there. And then Jets got Membu. I like that solidified on the O line. That's good process there. And then to the Panthers, I like that pick too. I like that more than I would have liked Jalen Walker, honestly. So looking back on it, I kind of wish I trusted my gut there a little bit more. Um, but yeah, Tet to the Panthers, good pick, clean receiver, easy button type target for Bryce Young there. So yeah, it is weird to say this, but at this point, my least favorite pick, where I think the worst pick in this draft so far is uh is Genty to the Raiders, just because he can only elevate the roster so much. With their the Saints, with how bad the offensive line is, and them not really having any receivers. Saints, I don't know what the hell the Saints are doing. Oh, okay. Calvin Banks. Okay, so I said I didn't know how the Saints offensive line is. Um, so yeah, so that answers that question. Their offensive line probably just got better right there. Um, I feel like the Bears. It's got to be Warren here. I feel like. Um, I mean, they could take an edge. That's for sure. Um, could go corner here. Um, All right, Travis is gone. Carter's gone. Genty's gone. Tet's gone. Graham is gone. Campbell's gone. Walter Nolan is there. A pass rushing defensive tackle. I could see that working well for the Bears. Pair him with Dexter and then Montez Sweat down there on the defensive line. I like that. Starks. I don't think that they're taking the safety at 10. Um, Mike Green. I don't think so. I think if they picked an edge rusher, it'd be Michael Williams. I don't know that. Corner, they could go Barron. I would like that, but I feel like Tyler Warren would be my pick for the Bears here. I think that that's the best thing for them. Had Banks going to the Bears, now I'm not sure. Maybe if they crazy, they go Henderson. I think it's way too high for Henderson. I I hope they don't do that. That would be bad process. I would rather be the Raiders taking Genty than the Bears taking Henderson that high, for sure. Um, and then I said earlier, kind of, but before the stream started as well, that there was some talk that if Tyler Warren is still here, but that if Tyler Warren was gone, that they'd take Loveland. And there are some teams there's been a lot of talk about Loveland being higher than Warren. I didn't have it that way. I think Warren's the best tight end in this class, but there's been a lot of talk from like Daniel Jeremiah saying some teams like um, Loveland more than Warren. So I mean that'd be a shocker here for me. I say go with Warren. That would be my pick. I think that'd be good process here too. Could go D line and edge though. Um, wouldn't have any issues with that. All right, pick is in for the Bears. Are these guys just doing stand up right now? Like, this- all right, give me the pick. All right, May 14th, we get the NFL schedule. That's what took them so long to say that. Yeah, I don't care about the schedule right now either. I mean, like, I guess it's good filler, but like, do this like 5 minutes ago when we know that the pick isn't coming yet. I am ready to see the pick now. All right, yeah, my guess is Tyler Warren. That's what I'd be doing. Um, yeah, I mean, we'll see if that ends up being where these guys actually go. DJ's saying it's a tight end. He said it's a tight end or it's a tight end. So, I mean, I'm thinking Tyler Warren here. Oh my God, Roger, just give me the pick. Oh, did you see it yet? I haven't seen it yet. Oh, Loveland. Interesting. I was not expecting that. I got a best friend of mine that's a big Bears fan, so I gotta send this text out real quick. I don't love that pick, but I don't hate it either. The dream is dead. Yeah, hey, I've been saying it for like a month or two now. I've been sick of just every single mock draft. Colson Loveland to the Chargers. Colson Loveland to the Chargers. And I'm like, he's a good player. I get it, but like, oh, it just got so repetitive. It ruined draft season for me. So I'm like, okay, let me see who people are saying we're taking. Oh man, but yeah, I did not see that coming. Um, I had Loveland going high, but not that high. I had him going at 17, so not yeah. I mean, not 10. There you go. Let me go pop this link over. It's Colson Loveland, just the tape link over to my buddy here. Oh, and then just a heads up, Niner fan, you got there a little bit earlier than I did. Um, so if you do me a favor, just wait a little bit longer before you send that pick next time. Like, but just because I'm want to see. All right, I think I have to go a bit. Take care of the kid. Hey, yeah, you take care, man. Hopefully we can see you back in here. I definitely been good talking with you and everything. Yeah, and we'll see about the that Chargers pick. Yeah, but hey, you take care. Hope everything's all good with the kid. And yeah, we'll see you later, man. Niner fan, who do you think the Niners are taking here, and who do you want them to take? I should say too. I think Walter Nolan. I think that's who I had in my mock. Let me check. Yeah, I had Walter Nolan going here. All right, let's see. Niners. I believe it said the pick is in. Let me check Colson Logan's combine real quick. All right, Colson Logan. Oh yeah, 6'6", 248. All right, Niners pick is in, and they said the Cowboys haven't said anything yet. All right, here comes the Niners pick. All right, so they did all that little cut up for nothing. Didn't tell us the pick yet. Come on, Roger. Yeah, come out. Just give me the pick. Yeah. Oh, Michael Williams to the Niners. What's up? How you doing? I like your jersey. You gonna say what's up?
Go Birds. What's up? I'm the guy who's actually been editing all the film. He's a fraud.
This is the real Just the Tape.
He hasn't actually done anything. He stole my likeness and kidnapped my children. And this is how he makes his money. I sleep in a dog crate. I eat gruel. Go Birds.
Things are slowing down in here, so I don't know how much longer I'll be in here. I might come out and watch out there. We'll see. Yeah, guys, this is Mike. Feel free to make some donations to Mike. He's the real mastermind behind everything, and he could use a bed. So yeah, feel free to.
All your money goes directly towards the gruel fund.
What are the odds I could trouble you to bring me a beer?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I think we do in our fridge. Feel free to take one too if there's beer there.
What a kind and loving man.
All right, Michael Williams, very interesting pick there for the Niners. I missed if they said the Cowboys had already made their pick or not, or if they're trading or what. Um, yeah, so we'll see about that. But yeah, Michael Williams is a little bit high for me, but also like I like adding him to that Niners defense. And yeah, I mean he's raw, but he's definitely got the tools. I liked his film a lot more than I thought I would like his film. That's for sure. Wasn't quite as raw as I thought he would be. Um, all right, and Dallas did go ahead and make the pick. I wonder what they're talking about in there. Cowboys are picking. 49ers just went with a kind of out of the box pick.
Disgusting.
Mm-hmm. Bears switched everything up on everyone. These are the picks so far. The Raiders took Ashton Genty. So I hate that. Oh, here's the Cowboys pick. This one was kind of fast. Oh, Tyler Booker. Hey, roll tide. Let's start with that.
Disgusting.
I did not see that coming at all. I kind of jokingly thought Jerry could not pass up the chance to take a Longhorn receiver there in the first. Um, but yeah, did not see that coming. Um, Good pick though. I mean, he's him and Zabel right there, 1A, 1B for best guard in the draft. Um, so yeah, I mean, can't dislike the pick too much. Good process, build in the trenches. So yeah, I mean, I like it. And you guys give me just a second. I'll be right back. Oh, now we're back down to one. All right, guys, it's pretty quiet out here. I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits on the live tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll come in here, hang out for a little bit, maybe not the whole draft. But hey, you guys enjoy the draft. I'm gonna go enjoy the draft as well. And hey, take care. You guys have a good one. We'll see you guys tomorrow.